Welcome everybody. It is round 9 here at the Super Trofeo Series Suzuka Circuit. How's everybody doing? Did you see the F1? First race and they've already had a controversial thing. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. What we can't talk about is a track information. 8 o'clock in the morning, roughly thereabouts. If Apple is not lying to me, a track.
It's lying.
It's lying to me. Yes, my reputable co-commentator Craig King says this is lying. A track length of 5.75 kilometers and an altitude of 26.96 kilometers. Partly cloudy, 15 kilometer easterly wind. Track temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And myself and Craig back at the helm once again. So Craig, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Thanks for asking. We can talk about the F1 later. We can talk about anything else that's been going on. Key fact, by the way, I think your clock needs to do daylight savings because it's 10 past 9 in the morning. Regardless, key fact for this qualifying is 85% humidity. It's a very small. It's a small field tonight since the series has rolled on. We already have with this our penultimate race. We already have a champion in the pro. Tanguy van der Weega has secured the pro championship. So smaller field. So this endurance race been stripped down to 40%. As I just watched Christian Furs going round.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. He's gone round. That's going to be exceptionally not good for his championship battle.
I'll tell you why he's gone round. 85% humidity. It's one of the most humid tracks I've ever seen. I mean, the last time we saw something like this was Suzuka, where it was so humid, it was hard to see. So, lots of humidity, lots of sliding. The best way to describe it is if you're getting ready for the 24 hours of Nürburgring or VLN. If you get 100% humidity, it's just fog. There's no fog here today. Thank the devs. But stranger things have happened. There's only 4 amateurs out there qualifying out of the 6. Callum Beament currently leading the way with that 1:59.879, and Daniel Gilding P2 with 59.978. Ryan Hamilton had a off track, and we know what happened to Christian Furs. Quick rundown of those amateur points while we're here. Callum Beament is leading by 4 points over Christian Furs. 748 plays 744. Not counting drop weeks, because that will happen. We'll get you all the permutations next week when we come to the finale, because it's only a 1 drop week series. Just 4 points separate them, and then really there is a nice little battle for P3 at the end, really, because Daniel Gilding with 592 and Ryan Hamilton with 590. Again, we don't know what the drop weeks are. We'll work that all out for you, because it's one of those things that you've just got to give yourself. You just got to give yourself that time to sit down, load up a spreadsheet, and go, that goes there, that goes there. What's the formula to work? You get the idea. I haven't done detailed spreadsheets since I was an accountant, so that's showing my age, because that was about 13, 15 years ago. Oh, it's Ryan Hamilton's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Ryan Hamilton.
Yeah. I'm not singing happy birthday, but happy birthday, Ryan Hamilton.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, he's got Raidillon TV logos. Happy birthday to you.
That just came out of nowhere. Rob, I got a confession to make. Our Sebring 12-hour card did have the Raidillon TV logo. It also had a Pisno Pontorino logo. We got rear-ended 4 times, and I would like to say the Raidillon TV logo was on the left side, and we got hit on the right side of the car all the time.
Should have put it on the right side. That's your mistake.
Yeah. Ryan Hamilton comes across the line for 1:59.869. Christian Furs is going to put a 1:59.896. Oh, so look how close the qualifying times are. Outside of Callum Beament's 59.502. an 869, an 896, and a 978. So some really close racing there. I think the top, I think second to fourth, just separated by just a tenth. So yeah, that's wow. And by the way, that's crucial because of the low numbers. It is an endurance race, so it means hyperpole. Top three doing hyperpulse. Daniel Gilding will not get a chance to improve on that 59.978. Beeman, Hamilton, and Furs will do their best as the boys in the Pro Lambo toys come out.
It is Project Dynamic, Will Egby, and Milan Tikins repping it for the boys in Dynamic Toys. By the way, once again, Van der Wiegert, we got his name right. Has practically wrapped it up with 2 races to go. All he needs to do is score points.
Doesn't even need to do that.
Oh, he doesn't even need to do that. Ooh.
Doesn't even need to do that. Tanguy, Van der Wiegert, 758 points. James Armstrong, P2, 540. With a drop week, that's 200 points. James Armstrong's not catching him. He would have had to have done it. Yeah. So, regardless, Tanguy could not race the next week, could not get a point this week, could not get a point next week, and still win the championship. So, it's over. Pros are over. James Armstrong, 540. Jonas Dreyer, 492 in P3. Milan Tikins, 428. And Will Egby, 420 in P5. Harry Wills is P6, but unfortunately, he will not be taking part today. He did do some practice. He is in the session, but yeah, unfortunately, he might have a little bit of the virus, if you know what I mean. So all the best wishes to Harry Wills for a quick recovery. I do, Rob, I do love this track. I don't like racing it. I love watching racing on it.
What, you don't like racing it?
I just don't like I don't know. It's been actually. I have had Sebring on iRacing practically since I had iRacing, but never driven it. The last time I drove Sebring was Gran Turismo. I haven't even driven it on an F1 game, so it's been a few years, I think 3 years, since I've actually put a lap in anger around Sebring, around Suzuka. But it's just such a nice track, just the high speed sections. You know, you've got Egby and Tikins. And Tikins had to spin in his warm up, and he hits the wall. Oh, not exactly what he wants. Did he have any damage? Oh, almost comes out on Taylor Lane there. I think he'll be okay. I don't see any damage. And even well, actually, no, there is. Do you know what? I see a little bit of a kink in the wing. I have to literally, get right up to my screen to see it. You know, put something straight there, like a spine of a book, but there is a small kink on the wing of Milan Tikins. And as I was saying, when you've got stuff like the start-finish straight, you've got the backstretch, 130R. You know, and they're going to get Degner. You need these high speeds.
How could you not love? I'm so shocked. How could you not love driving this track? How dare you?
The issue is I couldn't drive it well. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to take the Sebring approach because we've just had the Sebring 12 hours. Where before I said, hey, it's an airfield, why don't we just blow it up? Because I could never get the hang of it, to tolerating it now and can see why people like it, but I still hate Turn 1 and Sunset. So I think that's how everyone feels, right? Everyone hates that with Sebring. So if I just drive it a bit, I'll probably enjoy it. But you know, when you've got Spoon, could never get Spoon right. The hairpin, I always found that I was just a little bit too early at hairpin. Don't talk to me about chicanes. You know, just the little things. Just the little things.
Let me put it to you this way, right? Spoon, Casio Triangle, tarmac of pure perfection. Pure, unadulterated perfection. Like, I would put a not safe for work filter, just how perfect they are, okay? Just pure bliss of tarmac.
I mean, Casio Triangle, the chicane, how many times have we seen iconic moments there, including 180, not 180, sorry, 130. By the way, as you see the pros just coming around, Callum Beeman still has the fastest qualifying time. As Ben Smith and James Armstrong separated by 0.002 of a second. A whole 0.002. Wow. Milan Tikins, obviously that damage is affecting him with a 2:328 and Taylor Lane for 2:600. Is Van der Weege just gonna... Oh, no, he had an invalid first lap, so we'll wait to see what he does for his second lap as well. But no, like, how do you replace the Casio Triangle? Answer: you don't. It's such an iconic corner. And also, where in Formula One or where in motorsport do you get a figure of 8 track that's still running? I'm trying to think, because I think the one in Australia that was a figure of 8 that you go over a bridge, I think that's no longer active. So I don't think there's any figure of 8 tracks that's like in the FIA grading system right now. Somebody correct me if I am wrong, by the way.
Oh, Teakins, he's not going to do another lap.
He is off.
Yeah, he's actually pulled it in.
Oh, he had an off track. He had an off track at Spoon. He had an off track. He went too hard into Spoon 1. Car slid out. Understeer. Could not do it. James Armstrong will be coming across the line. Almost clips. He does not go faster. Ben Smith is crossing the line with an invalid lap. Will Egby with 2:174. Van der Weege is at the Casio Triangle, last car of the first runners. Let's see what he does. Oh, just a little bit of a slide. He clips the edge, tried to hug the corner. It's an invalid lap. Van der Weege is going to be at the back of the field. That's very interesting. So, the fastest time out there today is by an amateur. Callum Beeman, Ryan Hamilton, Christian Furs will take hyperpole for the amateurs. Ben Smith, James Armstrong, and Will Egby will take hyperpole for the pros.
Also, I love how Armstrong puts the clutch in. You just hear the clutch.
I love that trick. Have you ever done that trick? You know, you finish the race. I've had enough. Clutch. Try and break the engine.
Is there no hyperpole? Well, there is.
There will be. Yeah, top 3.
Here they come.
Yeah, top 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Neil Butler pointing out rightfully that Callum Beeman's the fastest car out there. He's an amateur.
Yeah. By the way, you know how you were saying about kill the engine. I realized when I finished the Sebring 12 hours. Somewhat of a funny. So I realized that I had not mapped a way to turn traction control off. So I couldn't do burnouts. I couldn't do donuts because, traction control would say no. So I thought I'd do the classic up against the wall and just burn out with the nose on the wall. Forgot about traction control, didn't I? But the weird thing was, every time I did that, the engine went no. Traction control kicked in. I hit the clutch and then the car went, let's go backwards. Almost like hitting my clutch was like a reverse button. It was really weird. And I just wanted to do burnouts, Rob. You know what I mean? You have a 12-hour race or an endurance race, you finish it, and it's like, let's do something. Let's celebrate. But no, I couldn't do it. I'm not happy.
Wait, hang on. Run that by me again?
In my GT3, couldn't do burnouts after the race because I had no traction control to toggle. I forgot to map it, right? Went to do burnouts against the wall. Traction control said no. Hit the clutch. Car goes in reverse. Just rolls backwards for no reason. Oh my word! What? James Armstrong? What?
What happened there? What? I was looking at it and I just like, what the hell?
Tell me, I did not just see that, but it almost looks like Ben Smith just left so much of a long way that James Armstrong thought he was letting him by. And
oops.
Ooh, that's some damage. That is some damage, I think. Yeah, you can see it on Ben Smith's car. There is. And Armstrong's been disqualified. James Armstrong's been disqualified. So it's only going to be 2 pros out there. Ben Smith, though, with that damage, what can he do? I mean, there's no wing damage. It would just be a little bit of drag. It's almost just cosmetic. But there's also that, you know, he's a little bit mad at the moment, as you can understand. So it'll be Ben Smith and Will Egby. So Egby, really, if he can find, what, 3 tenths, he'll be in the top 3.
And then the amateurs as well. Christian Frears coming in to take another crack at the whip. Let's see what he does. And actually, do you know what? Because this is my track, let's go for a lap around. Who is coming around for their first lap? We'll wait until we'll pick them up as they come around again. How about that?
You missed it, didn't you?
I can cheat a little bit. A little bit. I will cheat a little bit. Let us go with Christian Frears for a lap around Suzuka, and let's do it by reversing time just a smidgen, and I will take you around because this is my patch, this is my land. It comes into the Casio Triangle onto last curve. This is a lap around Suzuka circuit, and one of my favorite circuits around, coming past the start-finish line to start his lap. And he will be coming into the first corner, quite literally named first corner, right to the right, coming up towards Snake. He sees it there. Snake is a very difficult part of the track to get right. You need to be making sure that you're hitting each of the apexes and making sure that you do not push the car out wide. As you do so, making sure that Christian Frears, yes, he is keeping to the apexes around anti-bank curve into Dunlop. The Dunlop is a sweeping left-hander coming up into the air, comes up about 10 meters, and you need to make sure that you don't hop the car over rise into Degner 1 and Degner 2, making sure that you're using all of the runoff on the outside, especially coming out of Degner 2, to get as much of a lift-off speed as you can. Coming up towards hairpin, you're going to get into the right-hand side and hug the right-hand side of the road, break down into 80 kilometers an hour, try and hug on the inside as late as you can to get a nice launch out of hairpin on towards 200R. Coming around 200R, you want to hug the inside for the first third, sweep out towards the left, sweep back in towards the right-hand side, coming up to spoon 1 into spoon 2 as Christopher blinks again, and come hug on the inside and then come back out, back in again. You want to hug this and gun it. You want to gun it onto the back stretch using as much of the runoff as you can as you're preparing to go around 130R. Now, if you saw it last year or the year before, one famous person called Charles Leclerc. Oh, well, that was a very bad time to use Christian Frears, by the way, because he crashed it. But hop on Hamilton very quickly as he went around the Casio Triangle. So we'll go into Ryan Hamilton's view as he went around. You want to hug on the inside and make sure you carry enough speed to touch the outside, sweep in, breaking down it back into around 80 kilometers an hour again. Right, left, and then right again around the final curve, otherwise known as last curve. Hug on the inside, swing the car at left, making sure that you're using all of the runoff, and that is a lap of Suzuka.
I was like, don't tell Rob something's happened, don't tell Rob something's happened, and then, oh. You had a better reaction. Yeah, you had a better reaction than I thought you would. 2 cars left out on track. Will Egby just coming around the last corner to set his time. He had an invalid first lap. It's a 1:59.702. I said he'd do it. I said he needed 3 tenths. He found the whole 6 tenths he needed. Pole for Will Egby.
A pole for Callum Beeman again. He's still the fastest car out there.
He went fastest first lap, by the way, but Will Egby... Oh, yeah, all right, he's not the fastest car out there. Beeman was the fastest car, but Will Egby takes pole in the pros.
And, well, the qualifying board is very easy to read today because there's only 9 qualifying laps. Van der Riga did not set a lap. Harry Wills is not setting a lap. James A. Pierce did not set a lap. And Matthew Hittrick did not set a lap. So it'll be Callum Beeman in pole in both cases with that lap. Well, you'll have to take a seat down to amateur, but he'll be pro for amateur. Well, that is a very big rubber stamp for the boys in yellow. With a 1:59.394, Will Egby leads the way for professionals with a 1:59.703. Ben Smith, a 1:59.763. James Armstrong, he did not get to set another lap. He caused an accident on track and was black flagged for the incident with a 1:59.766. Ryan Hamilton, 1:59.870. Christian Vergs with a 1:59.897. So he rounds off the top 3 for amateur. Daniel Gilding, a 1:59.979. Actually, the only other lap time in the 1:59s, Milan Tikins, is a 2:03.28. So he will be starting 4th on grid for professional, and finally is Taylor Lane 5th in professional with a 2:06 flat.
So while we wait, because Harry Wills is probably there now, I had everything ready to start for the next race, and then like Will Egby just goes, yeah, about that, and now Harry's like, I gotta do it all over again. So we'll wait to see. Where do you want to start with yesterday, Rob? Where do you want to start?
Ooh, that's gonna be difficult. Where do we start?
Let's address the elephant in the room. I mean, we were talking about the F1 race yesterday as we get ready for the session to start. It's safe to say Verstappen goes off the track, gets told to give the position back, whereas Mercedes were doing the same thing, granted not overtaking anybody, and just told stop doing it. There's no bias. It's just some people will say the rules were not clear or the rules kept changing. Because I think I heard at the start of the race weekend if they weren't going to, look into off tracks there, then they were. There was no consistency with like what the rules of the off tracks were, as far as I was aware. And you could see just how wide they were. Did you see how wide they were going?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, how long have we actually had a proper, and not Lewis Hamilton overtakes Max Verstappen on pace alone, or Valtteri Bottas on pace alone after doing a 2-stopper. It was literally, oh look, Max Verstappen has the pace. It wasn't just a case of tyres, he had the pace. And that was just so nice to see. I was really amazed at that. But I'll tell you what I was amazed at.
What were you amazed at?
The rest of the field. Because the racing down the rest of the field, oh man. If the F1 race was a 3-course meal, the start was your starter, the midfield battle was your main course, and then dessert, the pièce de résistance, Verstappen versus Hamilton. It had everything in it. Really did enjoy it.
Tsunoda, though. Did you see that unbroadcasted lunge on Stroll, though? Man sent it from a mile away.
I did see the McLaren stuff. That their overtakes. I think Lando had one around the outside. So I'm just trying to think. Yeah. It was also interesting seeing Perez go through the field. The joys of having multi-cameras now is that we were able to see that while we were watching, like, I don't know, Fernando versus Raikkonen or Fernando versus Stroll type thing. It was really fun to see.
I mean, I'm very surprised that what's this? I'm very surprised that. Well, I mean, I really shouldn't be, but how far Checo came back after essentially the car died on him. I mean, it was essentially the car just went boom, and it was like having to restart a Windows 98 PC. And he was like, "All right, you just have to do the little taps. And you're like, come on, Pentium 3. I know you can do it."
The classic, just reset it. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Apart from it turned itself off, you had to turn it on.
It blue screened.
I think it literally did, didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't
even
screen.
It didn't even do that. It just shut off. It just went. It went from 100 to 0 exceptionally quickly.
It was like our family's laptop last weekend, which they claimed they fixed because the fan was playing up, and then we got it home. There was still a large whirling noise, which I thought was the fan. It loaded up to the boot. It loaded up to the welcome screen. Then there were just lines on. Basically, the whirling noise I heard wasn't the fan. It was the fan of the graphics card. The graphics card gave up the ghost.
Nice. It showed a big. That was the fail mode for that car. So, to explain, for those cars, for the cars of Mr. Max Verstappen and Mr. Checo, it is essentially what happens is that when they were trying to boot it back up, it was showing a big F on the screen and saying it was a fail. It was in a fail mode, and that it needed to be reset because, well, I mean, the car had literally just died. I mean, there's no surgical way other than that to say it, but it literally just died. Full taste sugar. Do you see this? Hang on a minute. Oh no, I can't get it back now. Oh well, hang on. Let me try and see if I can rewind to see it. Because there was something on that. There it is. Full taste, 0 sugar, sharp.
Oh yeah, I see now.
Why is the extra word there?
I don't know. It's all the advertisements. Remember that nice little Easter egg I have with Suzuka? Tsukuba circuit. That little Easter egg. Remember that Easter egg I mentioned?
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. For those unaware, iRacing do put the Gran Turismo logo on Tsukuba circuit in the sim
because it's there.
Yeah, because it is there, and as a nod, Polyphony put the iRacing logo. I don't think it's on the track. It's somewhere else, but I do know that. But they do put on a racetrack the Polyphony logo. I mean, the iRacing logo, which is a nice. It's a nice nod. So.
It's like when Minecraft and Terraria put it's like also try Minecraft, also try Terraria.
Yeah. Well, the racing was fantastic. It was a shame to see what happened to Alonso. Apparently, Alonso had a brake issue by debris coming into the brake ducts, which to me just sounds insane.
There's something in my air intake. Oh, might as well not work the brakes then. Oh dear.
No, the brake ducts, not the air. Yeah, that is brake ducts. Yeah. Something got stuck in there.
I would have been very surprised if in the actual air intercoolers got debris, and that's what caused the brake issues. So like Alpine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was the thing. Like something must have happened. What happened? So now there is other motorsport. Unfortunately, I know nothing about the MotoGP. Unfortunately, I don't watch it like I used to. But NASCAR is happening. As in, literally, the idea was we'll do the heat races for qualification and the grids on Saturday. I don't know if you saw it, Rob. Basically, the rain caused it to be so muddy that these cars, because they're not built for dirt racing, literally they did 2 laps in the first heat race of the trucks, and they had to red flag it because the mud caked everything. Like the windscreens were completely covered in mud. The cameras, they like go left and right to try and find things. Cameras didn't know which way to go on the cars because they were covered in mud. The tear-off strips were weighing weighing 10 kilograms with just all the mud on. Then it rained. Then it rained. So then they decided we're not going to be able to drive this in time. We're going to cancel the heat races, which meant on Saturday the truck race was off. Now, why is this interesting? Because the idea was that some of these Cup drivers wanted to do the trucks so they could learn the track, and then NASCAR go, yeah, NASCAR race is going to be the same time on Sunday, and then in the evening you're going to have the truck race, and everyone's like, hang on a second, but we
you can't do that. What? You can't do that.
Well, they can, and I don't know if you saw it, but they had rain in Bristol between Saturday and Sunday overnight.
Oh dear.
We're not now. They called it off completely, and it happened today. Not because it was too muddy. Oh no, the parking lots and everything outside the stadium were flooded. That's how bad the rain was. Like literally, where they would have meet and greets and like fan events was just a lake. Everywhere was just impassable because of the water. So it's more of a due to safety grounds of getting people in and everything. So they cancelled it. So they had the truck race, which happened, literally finished an hour before we went live. And then when we finished, they're going to have the cup race. But the interesting thing, if you've not seen the truck race, I'm going to spoil it. Because Martin Truex Jr. finally joins the Triple Threat Club. He finally won. He's only ever raced in like 5 truck races. He's finally won a truck race, which means he has now won in Truck, Xfinity, and NASCAR and Cup. So he's completed the triple threat, and he becomes the 9th man. Well, but now he becomes the man because he was the odd one out. Every driver that has won that has won 2 championships, championship in 2 series, has now won a race in all 3 series. I know, I'm confused. Truck. That's all you need to know. But Martin Truex Jr. won, and he basically ruins my only trivia question. I had 1 trivia question in the world in NASCAR, and he's ruined it.
Truck.
Yes, Rob. Truck.
Yeah, truck.
But they're not. But we've had the trucks. Now it's time for
truck. You see, Mitchell has it right. You know, it's truck. You know, it's just truck. That's all you need to know.
I'm surprised Nick's put truck in because he knows it's truck.
Yeah, but what happens when you get into a truck? You are what's the word I'm looking for? You're trucking. Yeah. Is he wrong?
Not wrong. Well, they're about to grid up. They're out. They're just beside 130R. It's a track temperature of 29 Celsius. That's 84 Fahrenheit. 39% humidity. That's key. It's 15 past 3, or really, if you use the correct time code, it's 15:15. The wind is 10 kilometers an hour northerly, which I'm trying to think where north is at Suzuka. That means they'll have going up to the hairpin. They'll have a tailwind. Am I right in thinking? I think that's north at Suzuka. Regardless, I wish I knew where north was on some of these tracks. It'd make my life so much easier. Regardless, Will Egby, Ben Smith will lead off. So it's Project Dynamic and Twisted on the front, but they're red cars. That's nice to see. Then the 2 Project Dynamic green cars behind them, Armstrong and Teakins, Taylor Lane and Van der Weegar at the back of the pro field, and then Callum Beeman will be at the front. And somebody's not taken the grid for the amateurs. Who was that?
You're thinking of Harry Wills, who is not an amateur, he's a professional. And there's a reason why he's not taking the grid, because of human malware reasons.
Human malware reasons. I love it. Well, this is Rob's track, so of course, this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. They're coming up to the chicane. Will we get a center cross moment? I don't know, but Rob...
And this is incredible as they come up to the line. It will be the 77 car of Will Egby with Ben Smith. And very slowly, they edge towards the starting line. And Will Egby's go, go, go. 6 cars taking the start today, and that is Milan Tikins on the outside. Sorry, correction. It is Milan Tikins. Oh, crikey. That is a blinking Ben Smith. Very nearly a center cross moment there. As they come around first corner. Very quietly now. And that's what we like to see. Very, very quietly around. And oh, that is Van der Wegen. That is Van der Wegen. What's gone on? Van der Wegen went off. What happened?
Looks like he lost it. Oh, he went side by side with Tikins. And, well, okay, he's going around the outside. Has Van der Wegen not given the room, or has Tikins not turned in? Not sure, but caution is flown because they were right there. Not sure who's at fault there, but that's a weird one to see. But they... But yeah. But they both go around. I'm just listening into them. There was an apology thrown in. It was a little bit of netcode, but yeah. Caution was thrown for it.
Caution. The yellow flag's out.
So, they're all getting ready to go. Taylor Lane, by the way, goes at the back of the field as well because of that. But just such
he was the odd one. He was the odd one caught out, but he doesn't seem to have any damage on the car. I think he was just spun around.
Yes, I'm just looking. No, there's no damage. Tanguy and Milan are just talking through it. I think they're a little bit confused who had what. But yeah, he did he make contact with... No, he made light contact with Van der Wegen. And I think that prompted the
caution.
The safety car. Yeah, the caution. But
where is that safety
he got
car?
free of it.
Oh, I know where the safety car is. Bang. There's the safety car. And without turning the wheel, he comes out.
The Porsche safety... Can we say Porsche? Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Porsche Cup car.
Excuse me, race control. Can we give a drive-through to the pace car, please?
Why is that?
Well, it didn't... That was an unsafe exit. He went over the white lines.
I don't think the safety car really gives a damn.
By the way, have you seen the new safety car?
No.
It's... okay. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it on a road series and not NASCAR and not ovals. But yeah, it's okay. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just looking. Milan Tikins does have a little bit of damage at the back of its car. Van der Wegen has some scratches to the front of his car. Also, it looks like the front splitter's got a little bit of a kink in it. Yeah, it's a little bit, almost looks like someone had a bite out of it. So, usually you would say, hey, that just like wouldn't affect you, but no, there is a little bit of a wobble on that splitter, so probably will cause some issues for him. Taylor Lane, after basically hitting the guy, gets away with it, but he's at the back of the entire field. Not really where you want to be.
No, and I mean, you know, it's not the best thing in the world, but I mean, it's still better than nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
I just realized right behind the 100 marker sign for Degnal 1, there is a sign that says 15R. Did they really want to call that corner 15R? I know that the Japanese have a like a fascination with just naming corners after radiuses or radii. Sorry, but yeah,
Radiuses.
yeah. I know. I spoke before I fought. I guess that would be 15. Yeah, no, it would be 15 degrees.
This is the slowest I've ever seen a pace car go around, by the way. Oh no, wait! It was Will Egby. Like, it was the accordion effect from Will Egby slowing down. How fast is that pace car going? Hang on.
64 kilometers an hour.
Oh, the details don't tell me. Oh, is it 64? Oh, that is slow.
60.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is slow.
Pit speed is 60, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen that, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what is it that's slower? Oh, I know. Is Silverstone, new Silverstone, 56 kilometers an hour?
Yeah, but you've got to have that for New Silverstone because
No,
you've
you
got
don't.
to. You've got to appease the locals. You know Britain.
Yeah, well, palm the locals.
How dare you? How dare you? Us British are allowed to moan at the fact that we have a house right next to a sports complex, even though we know we're buying a house right next there. Seriously, I played a game of cricket in a little place just in Devon, right? And the funny thing is, it's in the middle of an estate. So as much as there's like a gap between the cricket field and the houses, because it's like a little road, you've also got you've got high fences. You do run the risk of like cricket balls going over these high fences and into people's houses, and you get people still complaining about it. And you think to yourself, but you bought a house next to a cricket ground.
Yeah, you did. You
can't buy it. You can't have a fence. Yeah.
You did kind of. It's like moving into a new neighborhood and saying your cars are all like cheap cars. How dare you? It's like
My
it's that
mum had
level.
a new car this Saturday. I can't say much.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I mean. It's like coming into a neighborhood and I'm very much instantly going. Becoming a persona non grata because you decided to insult half the neighborhood.
Wouldn't be the best thing to do, but no, I must admit, mind you, I do say that. I remember that a friend of mine wanted to buy a house and saw this good house in a little estate and then I said to her, "Well, I've delivered the mail there," and the estate agent put some nice photos, but hasn't shown you the photo from behind the camera because behind him is a fence that looks right on to the children's playing field in the school. The description was nearby the school, but you got there literally between your house and but you had your house, the little path that goes up to your house because it was like the back of a cul-de-sac, and then the fence that goes to the. And I thought to myself, come on, I know you don't have to show the children's play field, but you know, at least advertise it properly. Well, James Pearce went into the pits, by the way. Not sure why. Even though it's a shortened race today instead of the normal 75 minutes, there is a mandatory pit stop. There's no way he could do one pit stop right now. Surely.
Wait, who's? Oh yeah, sorry, Mr. Pierce is in the pits. What happened? Did he have to top up or something? Or did he change?
I don't know. It looks like it. It does look like it. So, I'm pretty sure the lights are off on the pace car.
They are not.
Okay. I'm guessing that's because of James Pearce. I'm guessing if Pearce didn't pit, we'd probably... oh, we would have had... No, this is probably 2 degrees, so... So how's your day?
Yeah, how is my day? Okay, well, actually, now we have plenty of time to actually talk about what I wanted to talk about, which was you mentioned before, track limits. I guarantee you, if they use the iRacing method of don't be doing that now, otherwise you're just gonna get a 1x. If you're carrying up with them, you're gonna get a penalty. If they had done that, I think a lot more people would have been a bit happier. You know, I personally, you know, I don't befuddle or, you know, necessarily, you know, call callous on Mercedes, you know, using the track limits, or well, you know, using the runoff area of turn 4 to their advantage. I mean, they literally looked at the rulebook and said, they said we couldn't use it for overtaking, but what if we're chasing another car? You know, so
sorry,
it's like you know, it's up at that stage. It's up to the stewards to say, do I enforce that or do I not enforce? And if they don't enforce it, I mean, you know, it's not great sportsmanship, but I mean, like, that's how people win. It's like the equivalent of having, you know, launch control out of the Benetton in 1994. Option 13, how that Benetton car really was a bit illegal, but they never got punished for it because, you know, well, you know, that's a rabbit hole in and of itself. But it's the same way. If the stewards, rules are one thing. It's like the equivalent of saying you shouldn't be speeding now, you don't be speeding now.
It's funny you say that, because it's like it happened in the iRacing Pro Porsche Esports Cup. Where they knew there was an exploit with braking, you know, to warm the tyres up, with dragging the brakes. They knew there was an exploit. Last year they had a gentleman's agreement, apparently. This year there was no gentleman's agreement. iRacing never patched it, so teams started. So VRS started to do it. Other teams weren't happy, and iRacing said, "No, we're going to keep doing it."
Yeah,
you know?
it's just like I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's like if they say it's fine, do you know what I mean? Then you can't say a difference. You see what I mean? That's what I'm getting at, because the officials, like the FIA, you know, like the FAA, they would say that it's fine until things happen. Do you know what I mean? And now people kicked up. They did implement changes to, for iRacing's sake, they did implement changes. So it's not a case of if you don't get caught, you're fine. It is a case of if they say it's fine, what can you do? Do you know what I mean? So there's been some breaking news, by the way, Rob.
What?
VW are changing their name.
I'm sorry, what?
VW are changing their name to, and this is not an April Fool's, this is official, Volkswagen. You okay there? VW are officially changing their name to Volkswagen. All of their electric vehicles will be called Volkswagen. All the internal combustion engines will just be VW. And I can put this in our Discord, link underneath the video, and this is true.
What?
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah, I know.
My head hurts. But VW stands for Volkswagen.
No, but they want to. I know.
Are they smoking an illegal substance? What's this? Oh, Volkswagen.
No idea.
What? Oh, what codology?
But by the way, the pace car is in this lap. we've lost 10 minutes of the race. It's going to be a 25-minute race right now. Matthew Heatrick has the fastest lap, by the way, with a 5:21.5.
You don't see that in off sport?
You don't. I think I could take a. Oh no, you couldn't.
I want to take a hammer to the executive that thought of that decision. This is like what?
It is official though. I have put it in our Discord. It is official.
I'm looking at it. I hate it. Confirmed. VW name change to a Volkswagen. They changed one letter. And I get this, it'll only be on the electric only cars. Because that's quirky.
Oh, and by the way, also in one news that happened in the NASCAR race earlier, just one more piece of news. A car couldn't be. I think John Hunter Nemechek's car was out of the race. He was out the car, couldn't do anything, and then for some reason the safety truck hit the car.
He hit the safety car.
Yep, hit the safety car. No. The safety car hit the car that was stranded on the track.
Oh, so the safety car hit him?
Yeah, the safety car hit his car. Yeah, but he wasn't in the car anymore. He got out. Different procedures.
Oh well, that will be very, very. I think he'll be very upsetty spaghetti by that.
It's plastic. It's fiber, whatever it is in NASCAR. But it's more the fact that the safety truck was literally right beside him, and obviously because of like the banking and everything, it probably the back just slid out, and there you go. They don't even call it a safety car in America. Remember, it's the pace car, and it wasn't even the pace car. It was the car it was the truck there that was for like making sure everyone's okay and checking, cleaning stuff. Unfortunately,
safety car.
Unfortunately, that brought a red flag out because fluid was then put across the track.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
This just in: a sandwich wrapper caused Alonso's retirement.
What?
Fernando Alonso's hopes of scoring points on his F1 return in Bahrain were wrecked by a sandwich wrapper getting lodged in one of his brake ducts.
Taters!
According to motorsport.com, and that is written by the author of that article is Jonathan Noble.
Well, Mr. Noble, thank you. I can't believe that a rapper would do it. I can't believe that we're about to go racing again.
Yes, we are. I can't believe it's actually butter. They're going single file restart. Or are they? Are they going single file restart?
No idea. I think they are just for. We'll wait and see as they're about to go around.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll take the helm this time, because same starting procedures for the lead class. Ro Egby will lead them away like he did first time. He waits. Not going to be the same time as it was last time. Holds them back and guns it. He actually held them back a little bit there, not on purpose, just with the momentum, just send him a little bit slower. Going to be sending. You can see them snaking away. Who's going to make a move down into turn 1? I don't think we'll see anything yet. It will just happen at the S's, or snake as they call it in Japan. Ben Smith trying to just catch on with that dirty air. Not going to happen much. Look at that. Nothing's happening at the moment. In fact, in the back of the field, Taylor Lane does get past Matthew Heatrick. Heatrick's not had the best of starts. He's now got James Pierce on his tails. That's literally the only thing happening right now. James Pierce has gone off. Oh, into the wall, the back of the wall. That's James Pierce in the wall at Snake. But yeah, nothing happening.
I think he was having issues. I mean, he was very slow to get going, and then when he got going, let's see now, as he's coming around the second part of Snake, and the grass killed him. And the grass claims its first victim. Oh, crikey. Yeah.
Well, they did do an update today that said that the parts off the track will be warmer and not cold, but that doesn't prevent ice cold grass, which did hamper our chances of a good race, a good result at Sebring this year. Curse you,
Simon
Ross.
Dodd's gone as well. Oh no, not Doddy.
And he's gone at the hairpin. He's clipped the grass at the hairpin.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he lost it. He lost it, and he lost it into the grass, and then the grass took him going. And he's got wing damage as we've got 20 minutes left in this sprint race. They still have to take a mandatory pit stop as Ben Smith and Will Egby are battling side by side going into 130. Is Smith going to try and go around the outside? No! Egby goes wide though because of it. Egby's then got the inside for Castillo. Can he hold on? Yes, Smith decides against it. Armstrong tries to send it. That was a very late lunge. It holds him up. It holds Teakins up. But Ben Smith gets away. That was really weird there from Armstrong. I think he got a little bit desperate and wanted to try and get going. The Twisted Boy is in a sandwich. And look at that. Armstrong's gone off.
Armstrong is having to serve a slowdown. And
Wow.
Van der Wege is looking to threaten. Oh no. Okay, there we go. He's looking to threaten Milan Teakins as they come around Snake for the third time today. This was a 40-minute race. Currently, it's estimating to be... technically, this is lap 6. Technically. This is like the third lap of actual racing.
And they still have to do a mandatory pit stop.
Yeah, so that all of them have to... Wait. Oh no, James Pierce, he was the only one to be smart enough to say, I'll take a pit stop now. Thank you, bro. But he's retired, so he's the only one that had the advantage, and now he's the only one without that advantage.
So nice little battle happening in the pros. There's 4 cars at the front, the pros, and they're all in a battle themselves as Van der Wege tries to take a different line at the hairpin against Milan Teakins. Meanwhile, Ben Smith is battling with Will Egby as he still looks for a move. It does make you wonder if he's, looking for like a, I'd say an opportunity, and he tries it at Spoon 2 with Egby going a little bit wide. It does not pay off for him. Does not pay off. So with that though, the slipstream might be a little bit too far for him. Van der Wege and Teakins battling, and it almost looks like Van der Wege just lifted a little bit there. Not entirely sure what happened between the two of them. So there's going to be no overtakes here. Keep my eyes on the amateurs. Callum Beeman is... Well, there's Christian Furth.
That's an amateur gone off. Daniel Gilding's gone off. And that's
Gilding and Taylor Lane. Oy. Oh, Taylor Lane had nowhere to go.
Lost at a 130R. This is Daniel Gilding we're looking at right now.
Do not look at the cockpit. That is horrible.
No. Jesus. Trouble. Let me just go. Which cockpit?
Taylor's cockpit. Because he doesn't see the car. He's got no vision of the car. And just like that. And he tried to make a reaction move, but he didn't know if the car was still mobile. Meanwhile, you're watching that replay. Ben Smith again tries to put his nose in a little place. He's at the anti-bank curve, the end of Snake. Could not make it into Dunlop. Degner comes now. Degner 1, Degner 2. Degner 2 is a great place for overtaking. Won't make it.
By the way, Milan Teakins has lost P3 with this. Going rallying, it seems. As has Callum
He's just
Beeman.
taking his joker.
Yeah, Callum Beeman has lost the lead as well. He went the exact same way, and Ryan Hamilton's now in the lead.
Makes it very interesting then, because there's a 4-point difference between Beeman and Furs. Now there's only a 2 point, so if it stays like this, it will only be a 6-point lead as Christian Furs loses the position to James Armstrong. No, that's James Armstrong, excuse me. So Christian Furs, yeah, he now doesn't get a 4-point advantage over Furs. It'll be a 2-point, so championship lead will go to 6 points. We'll keep on that because that is a very interesting battle overall. Does Ben Smith go for it on Will Egby? He does not. Technically, we're halfway through. Well, we were halfway through. It was 16 minutes to go. Again, Ben Smith just gets a better line out of 130R, and Van der Wege, I think Tango might be threatening here. Just saying. Let's just wait and see. Beeman's in the pits. Beeman's in the pits.
Callum Beeman? Yeah, well, because they have to take a pit stop.
Yeah. Was not expecting it so soon.
Oh. Wait, where's his box? Oh, he thought he had been in his box. There's his box. Did he untick his tires? Yeah. Did he untick his tires? Let's just hope he's unticked his tires. He has 6 seconds.
But the front three battling in the pros. Front four. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Teakins has caught up to them. I mean, you gotta think to yourself right now. Ben Smith continues to try to get past Will Egby. Maybe just start the fuel save. I know that sounds crazy with a race with 15 minutes to go. You know, a little bit of fuel saving. What's it gonna be like? But no, just try. See if you can just save yourself, or if it is just gonna be some sprint racing right now. It's almost like it's the Ferrari fixed challenge, a GT3 sprint right now. It's very interesting to see them pushing as hard as they can. Wouldn't surprise me if Ben Smith, if he gets a good exit of Spoon, if he goes for this once again. Fastest lap, by the way, was James Armstrong for 2 minutes 6. 2 minute 0.6. So now we'll wait. Egby to the inside as they come up the backstretch, literally called the backstretch. Ben Smith is closing in, but I don't think he'll be able to make a move into 130R. Let's see what line he gets out of 130R, though, because he's been really fast. And again, Egby holds that inside line into the chicane, into Casio Triangle. Van der Weeger's just there, but can't make a move. Almost touching. They're almost bumping and grinding and trading paint as Teakins catches up. So, no changes as Egby continues to hold this. But surely, as they go side by side, Egby and Smith, there is a little bit of an overlap. He can't make this work around the outside, surely. He's going to compromise himself because there's Van der Weeger. He's going to try and finish it around the outside. He doesn't. And he is now side by side with Van der Weeger trying to make that move work. And Van der Weeger's just going to go, thank you very much. I will take this into Snake. Van der Weeger up to second.
Ben Smith now under threat from Milan Teakins, who decides to back off just a little bit. I think he's trying to see the opportunity, let the opportunity come to him.
Ryan Hamilton, Christian First, has yet to pit. I think there was James Armstrong took his pit as well. Daniel Gilding's taken his pit stop as well. Man, the race where I wanted to keep my eyes on the amateurs for the championship battle is.
I mean, you can still. The way that you look at it is like Christian First is going to want to have a clean track. I think that's where he raced best. So if he has a clean track ahead of him, he's not going to pit now. He's going to pit as late as he can, and then just send it as best he can on his final lap with a clean track in front of him. And he's got Ryan Hamilton for tow, so if he chooses to pit this lap, he's probably gained time on Callum Beeman ahead of him, and that's, I think, the main thing that he wants to do.
But at the same time, we've got to remember that Ryan Hamilton's in a battle with Daniel Gilding, his teammate, for third in the championship. So Hamilton at the moment in the lead is where he wants to be. He wants to try and keep... he wants to try and overtake his teammate. There's only 2 points in between third and fourth, like the 4 points from first and second. So all to play for there. It continues to see these battles at the front. The pros as Ben Smith again tries to look for a move. Does not make it. Does Van der Weeger go for this? I highly doubt it. In fact, he may have gone a little bit too hot into the chicane. Nope. Keeps it going, but Ben Smith loses to Milan Teakins. Teakins just gets it, but Ben Smith fights off again and gets by. But if these two start battling, they're going to lose out to Van der Weeger and Will Egby as Egby again defends the inside. Has Will actually seen the proper racing line for turn one? Because I think he's been on the inside for the entirety of the last few of the race.
He's literally glued to the arse end of that red Project Dynamic car. Look at him. Like, look at on the gyro. Like, it's a very...
my tracker reading 14.94 laps. Callum Beeman now in... Callum Beeman in the pits again?
What? Oh, please don't...
I think he had a... I think that lap... I think what happened the first time was a drive-through.
It couldn't have been. He was in the box for 6 seconds. Why is he in again? Oh, don't tell me he forgot he's pitting twice.
No. In fact, This might be a drive-through.
It's not a
Stop
drive-through.
and hold. A stop and hold, sorry.
For what?
I don't understand.
What? Drama.
Championship implications.
I
Wow.
wasn't expecting that. What? Somebody, we need a roving reporter. We need all the juicy deets. What's just happened?
Where's the Midland Sim Racers?
Where
are they?
Where are they? Where are the Simland mid races? Where are they at? I need to have have
just
all
say
the
that
details.
And you say that and you'll just get their attention.
They'll just wake up. They'll just be
Oh
like,
no, Ben Smith's off! Ben Smith's off! He's hit Milan Tikins! Oh, he's hit Milan Tikins with going off! I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what happened there. No idea what happened there.
oh,
He absolutely lost it.
oh, trouble.
It was not anything to do. Ben Smith tried to swing to the inside.
And he lost control.
I think he cut the grass. He cut the grass, yeah. Lost control of the car. And when you're on the grass, you're just a missile. And into the back of Milan Tikins he goes. Wow, high drama there. And Christian Furze finally in the pits. Will Christian Furze come out in front of Callum Beamont? Ooh, it's close. It's close. It's very close. Christian Furze is 40 seconds ahead of Callum Beamont. Oh, that was a close one there. That was a close one for Christian.
Somebody, we need some Simland Raid Racers or Sim Racer Midlands. We need the juice deets. What happened to Callum Beamont? Why has he taken two pit stops?
It was the black flag.
For what?
He has not had a valid lap 8 or a valid lap 9, and now he has a valid lap. Either he failed to serve a slowdown.
Oh, that is championship implications right there.
But where? Where is said slowdown? I cannot. It would have to be at the chicane. I do not see a course cut. So I have no idea. But it puts him at the back of the field. And that is going to severely affect. That's going to put Christian Furze, knock on wood, back in the championship.
We have no clue. All been at football. So the Simland football racers. The mid-football sim footy.
Hold on. I'm just getting the FA Cup balls.
Oh my god, I can't believe you actually...
5 Midland Sim Racers will play... Number 27, Plymouth Argyle. So the perfect FA Cup draw for Midland Sim Racers. Why did I say Plymouth Argyle? I don't even like Plymouth.
Plymouth
Why?
Argyle.
I don't. I'm not. They're from the West Country, I know, but I'm not a Plymouth Argyle fan. Yeah, so that's why the laps were invalid. So, incident limit? But he pitted. It can't be incident limit. He pitted. He was in the box. So, I have no idea.
As 15 seconds stop and hold though. Very
Crazy.
odd.
But yeah, that's just sorry. I mean,
yeah, it's throwing him completely out of whack. All Christian Furze needs to do. It'll be 2, 4, 6. It'll be even Stevens. I think. Or no, wait. What's the gap right now? What's the gap right now in terms of points? Christian Furze,
4 points. 4 points.
I think Christian Furze will be ahead by 2 points, given the time without has yet to stop.
So 6 laps remaining. Top 5 has yet to stop. Simon Dodd needs to stop. As I say that, Van der Weege comes in. This is going to be interesting. Late into the pit, he knows how to get into the pit stop. That's why he is a top driver for Ronin Simsport. He'll go into the pits. Does anyone join him? Milan Tikins will join him. Ryan Hamilton stays out. He still needs to pit. Will Egby still... So Ryan Hamilton needs to pit. And Christian Furs in P2 is what?
20... He is... Correction, he is...
I think he's 40 seconds. Or 60 seconds.
He can't be, though.
No, he's 27 seconds!
Oh!
Ooh, Ryan Hamilton. That was a close call. It's 27 seconds is the correct number. So we'll wait and see. 5 minutes remaining in this bizarre race.
From a safety car that lasted 15 minutes, to oh please Christian, not now.
Anyone seen Christian?
Yeah, well he's still there. He just blinked.
If you have missed if you've missed what has happened, a recap: the 75-minute race reduced to 40 minutes due to driver numbers. We've had a one mandatory pit stop. We had a safety car first lap that lasted 15 minutes. So we had about a 20-minute race. And they still need that mandatory pit stop. And the only two drivers I can see yet to serve it, it's Will Egby, Ryan Hamilton. Van der Weege is behind James Armstrong. And James Armstrong's taking a pit stop. So, Armstrong is the de facto leader once Will Egby comes into the pit. When does he do it? He darts in now. Hamilton will be provisional leader unless he has to come into the pit.
He's in now.
And he does. Right. Egby, he has to go right to the end of the pit lane. Cannot go in the pit box. He has to stay on the left there. In the 5-second rule, as they say. Armstrong, the gap, 16, 15. Van der Weege is battling him as well. Does Armstrong, does he take the de facto lead? Do these guys get in? Where does Egby go? He's finally in his box. He waits. He goes. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. He does not get up to speed in time. Armstrong's going to be coming across the line. Egby's going to keep it, though. Well, Egby's going to keep the lead. And Armstrong's going to take that P2. That's a great little pit stop there from Egby. It looks like he saved enough fuel to just literally flash and dash. Egby, Armstrong, Van der Weege, these three guys are only about, a second away from each other?
About a second and a half, yeah. And also, Christian Furs, I can now confirm he will be leading the points tally going into the final round. He is now, oh my crikey, that is Milan Tikins doing a power slide. Coming through the S's. Crikey. Look at this. Oh, yeet. Oh, well, it wasn't let me try it here. We try it here. Just give me what I want to see. He definitely did do a power slide.
You got it? You good?
I got it. Yes.
Ben Smith's towed. Ben Smith has towed. Now, what has happened to Smith? Degner won. Car says no. Wow.
Let's see. Degner won. And the car said, crikey. I definitely did say no. Goodness gracious. What's going on? Look at this. He's coming in. And he's coming around. He's doing a power slide. Crikey. And the car was just like, I like walls. Bang. And then they stuck in him.
Here we go. White flag. Presented by Raidillon TV. See what I did there? White flag as Van der Weege goes purple for 159.788. Battling James Armstrong. He lost P2. He was battling James Armstrong. He has to go side by side with Armstrong into turn 1. A slide for Van der Weege. And he slides into Armstrong and loses. So, it's going to be Project Dynamic 1 and 2. I don't think Van der Weege can get back up in time. That, unfortunately, was Van der Weege. He just lost the car. Nothing he could do. He tried saving it, but he just kept the slide going and touched Armstrong. Armstrong's got a 0.8 second gap now between himself and teammate Will Egby as they continue.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be good, though, for their championship standings because Armstrong wants to seal P2 in the championship. Can he do it?
Yeah, he definitely did slide up. He lost the car coming into first corner on towards second, and, you know, unfortunately, as Campbell says, once these things start to lose control and it goes over the edge, they are exceptionally difficult to get to right up again, you know.
Yeah, well, we know Christian Furs is going to be up ahead. Mind you, Callum Beeman manages to get a recovery drive, so we'll keep an eye on that. But is there going to be any heroics at the from James Armstrong? Is there going to be anything here at the end? Will Egby will be doing some defending like he did to Ben Smith earlier in the race? We'll wait and see what happens. They come to 130. And it's late braking for Armstrong. He's going to try and make this move. He's going to try everything he can. Can he do this? He's going to try and set a cross into the chicane, late braking. Armstrong takes the lead in the final corners. He will take the lead till they hold it. And he got too hot. He had not. James Armstrong with the drag race to the line will take victory at Suzuka at the final gaps, at the final seconds.
And if that were to be the championship, that would have been an absolutely magnificent play. Unfortunately, Van der Wegen with that third place, he's essentially wrapped it up. But this is the replay. On the inside, coming into the Castillo Triangle, Will Egby has got no response. And that was how James Armstrong sealed the deal. But this man, Christian Furs, I think is very happy with his result of coming home in first for amateur. He can now say he's got an absolutely massive fighting chance once he gets into the final race. I think if he finishes above, as long as he finishes ahead, whoever it's
well look, because we've got the drop week. We have to factor in the drop week. We don't know what their worst result is of the season, and that could change everything. That could, granted, at this stage, it could just be the difference between 5 points. You know what I mean? Your drop week could just be 5 points lower than what you've done all season. You don't know. It could be 10. It's something we will have to look into. There has been some issues elsewhere in the in races in terms of what they've done. So the same as well for that P2, P3, P4, and then when we'll look later as well when it comes down to the final grid spot for P3 in the pros, because I think that victory will give James Armstrong be close. I think Armstrong will just seal P2 in the championship. You see the runners and riders. Those are the top 9. There was one more car on the lead lap, which was Simon Dodd. And then everybody else, Ben Smith went a lap down. Taylor Lane was 8 laps down. Jane Pierce was 10 laps down. And of course, Harry Wills did not take the start. Of course, get well soon, Harry.
It is unfortunate, but you know, we here at Raidillon TV wish Harry Wills a speedy recovery from human malware. And while it was a bit of a weird one, I think I enjoyed that.
That was good fun. Absolutely good fun. Real good. You know, that was just. And what helps as well is everybody was at the same pace with the same battling. So as much as it was a very quick race, it was very efficient with the moves, and just a shame what happened with some of the incidents there. But fantastic by everybody. It's just a shame we got one more week left. What happened to Harry? Yeah, human malware is the best way to describe it. So
because if I said the actual thing, I get demonetized, which is hilarious.
Anyway, I think with that we'll call it a night. We'll call it a Monday night. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into a very quiet endurance round on the Super Trofeo series. We have one more week left in the championship. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. And remember, that bell button will tell you when we are going live or when we're scheduled to go live. Link underneath the video, as per usual, to our Discord and to trackcams22.com, providing these great cameras, which, remember, we have one of our best moments on our intro video, thanks to TrackCams22, with the camera there, which allowed us to capture everything. We will be back Wednesday night for the RSR World Series and then the Americas Series. Friday night for the European Sprint Series at Daytona. Watch me have Rob enjoy Daytona for once. Then Sunday, hopefully, for the Husqvarna GT Challenge. Remember, with the clocks going forward, we will be an hour later. Not Wednesday, but we're talking Friday and Sunday. I think I'm going to enjoy cooling down because it's still hot in this place. I don't know about you, Rob. I don't know.
Oh, I think I'm going to be doing the exact same thing.
Oh, as we cool down, my name has been Craig King.
And I have been Robert O'Brien, and I'm going to steal yours. This has been Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. We were Suzuka, we were Craig King, and Robert O'Brien. Have an awesome evening, everybody, wherever you are in the world, and stay safe.